Hi everyone, Angie here, coming on to do a open collaboration that is hosted by Susan with Susan Hiles Art and Sheree with Turquoise Dreaming here on YouTube. It is their March open collaboration. They did one for February using bags, a bag collaboration, and I get to bring out my beautiful project from their collaboration from February. And so for March, we're just kind of continuing on with that theme. We're bringing out the bag journal that we made and the bag cover and so forth, and we're turning it into a journal and decorating it for the month of March. So for today, the collaboration details are we are supposed to basically decorate and line our bag pages. Now, not all of my pages are made from bags, but I do have several. I do have a few pieces of just random paper within my signature. So I won't be decorating all of them, but I will definitely decorate the bags that I can. And it says to use like wrapping paper, wallpaper, painty paper, tissue paper, things like that. So just basically put a base down on your pages, and then next Friday we're going to be decorating and doing like pockets and so forth like that. And then the week after that, I'm not sure, maybe clusters or something like that. So it's just a gradual thing to get the whole journal complete. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember this. This is the February project. We were supposed to make a pocket out of a bag, and as you can see, it's a pink, nice hot pink, beautiful pink bag that I used and decorated. I put a double pocket. There's a pocket there as well as a pocket here. The following week we were supposed to make a coordinating tag to match the pocket. So there's my nice big journaling tag there that fits inside. And then for the third week we were supposed to make a journal cover. And I just went ahead and did the journal cover and put all my pages together because I kind of, in the back of my mind, I kind of felt like it would be, you know, a continual thing where we would probably finish it. And if not, I would probably finish it off camera anyway. So with that being said, this is my project. And we are supposed to use wrapping paper, wallpaper, painting papers, tissue paper, that sort of thing, or stamped papers. Okay, if you want to follow along this month and contribute and do your videos and show your support and encourage the ladies that are participating in this open collaboration, the hashtag that's going to be used for this month is hashtag paper bag journal pages. Okay, again, it's hosted by Susan and Sheree, and that's enough chatter. We're going to get started. I brought in some tissue paper because my bag is kind of pink and gold and little vintage themes here and there. So I found some gold and pink tissue paper. I'll try and incorporate some of that, kind of keep a nice little coordination going through my book. And then just some scrap. And I said painty paper, so I have a whole bunch of gel prints that I have piled up, and I just pulled out some colors that I thought might go, some pinks and some greens and some browns and stuff that would go with the theme of the book. Okay, so I grabbed some of those. There's some green and pink. There's orange. Some random pieces of paper. I don't know what that is. And then a couple full sheets here. Okay, so I thought that should be enough to get the pages that I need to covered and see what we can do. So let's go ahead and get started, see if we can get these covered in the time allowed, and see what we can do. I was hoping to be able to use some of the coordinating papers that I have on the cover, but I exhausted all those pieces of paper. So once I get the base down on the pages, I'll come back through and try to get a nice little flow through the book, like maybe bring in some more pink ribbon or some more crochet trim, whatever. So we'll have a nice little flow through the book. So we'll see how it goes. So I kind of want this book I'm really liking how it's coming along so far, and I would like to kind of get it matching, which I know the prints that I have chosen don't really match, but I'm kind of going with the colors. And plus I want to keep in line with the requirements of the collaboration. You know, I don't want to use something else that's not in the guidelines. I want to, you know, that's the whole thing about doing collaborations, is to challenge yourself and have fun. And so I want to definitely keep in the theme and keep in the guidelines. So this page is pink, so I thought I would try and coordinate a little bit of pink in on this page. I have this piece of scrap paper here, which I love working with music sheet paper, so I'm going to use a piece of that. And then I still have a portion here that needs to be covered, so I thought I would. And I love these because I cut these down for journal card sizes. And when I pulled these out, I was like, oh, those would, I remember cutting those down just for that specific reason, but those would also make really nice, good sized pockets. So I'm going to try to hold off on a couple of these, or at least some of those, so next week when we have to make pockets, maybe I can use some of these. So we'll see. And I'm just going to collage and get these pages covered. And just look forward to next week and see how it looks. And hopefully everything will come together nicely. Okay. And I grabbed this piece because it's got some like pink and red lines on the ledger paper here, so I thought that would kind of go. And it didn't say we can only use you know, the particular painted papers or what have you. I do have some old vintage wallpaper, but it just didn't go. It was like some fruit wallpaper and something else, and it just totally didn't go with what I'm going for here, so I didn't pull that out. So that's why I went with my jelly prints, because I got a variety of colors on that. So it gives me a little bit more of a choice and a little more something to work with. Okay, put that down. Trim off the excess. Okay, that looks good. I got some painted papers on there, so that one's good. So then we'll go to this side and we'll do the same here, which I don't have. You can go ahead and start with, let's see. I'm gonna have to piece this one together. Well, actually, I have this, and I was going to use this for something else, but that ties in with that. So let's just do that. Glue down half of it and then flip it around and do the other half. Yeah, that goes well. And I did this one on my jelly plate, and I just used some stenciling. Thought it came out really nice. I was going to make a little miniature flip book out of that, but as long as it gets used, doesn't really matter what the project is. It will be enjoyed regardless. And I went through my wrapping paper, and all I had for wrapping paper was Christmas wrap. So I couldn't use that. Okay. Trim that off. And I have to reinforce my thumb hole here. Recut that. It's right about there. Okay. That'll work. So that's one page covered, or one side, and that's the other side covered. Okay, so that's just blank. We're going to leave that. This is a bag, but it does not need covering, so it's got the newsprint on that, so I'm going to leave that. All right, let's move to these glassine bags here. Let's see. That is not big enough. We are going to have to move to these prints. And let's see, let's measure the size of the bag. Almost 3 1/4. By a little over 5 1/4. 3 1/4, 5 1/4. Okay, gotta bring my guillotine in here. Straight edge here, 3 1/4. I am cutting it straight by 5 1/4. I think it was a little over 5 1/4. So hopefully that will fit. Let's see. Hang over by just a tad. We'll just trim that off just the slightest bit. All right. And I don't think we need a thumb pull or anything because we've got the top portion of the pocket there. Put a generous amount of glue. As everybody knows, glassine bags are glossy, waxy bags. So make sure that's make sure that sticks down well. Okay. Okay, down we go. It's not too bad. That kind of has some cream colors in the background there, light. Okay, I like that. Let's see what we've got for this one. We'll do this one the same, and we'll do this one different, I think. Let's see. Okay, 3 1/4. 5 1/4. Okay. And then next week, I believe, I'd have to look at my notes, but next week, I believe we come back and we actually do the decorating on the pages. I think we do pockets and stuff like that. So Okay. A little seepage there. And trim a little bit off. Alrighty. And then we got to figure out what we're going to put on this side and this side. This one's got more of a green tint. We could do that one, I guess. Back in one more time. Okay, so let me just cut off these white ends. Get a straight cut. All right, so let's do 3 1/4. Another 3 1/4. 5 1/4. Make sure those are straight. Okay. And I wanted those rings, that's why I turned it and cut it the way I did. I wanted those either at the top or the bottom. And we'll do it at the top on this one. And I cut it a little bit short, but that's okay. I will use some washi tape or something and cover that up. Oh, I could bring in some of the crocheted trim from the cover. That's a good idea. And cover that little small piece up on the bottom. So I'm going to turn this way, line it up at the bottom of the bag. Actually, bring it up a little, because I'm going to put the crocheted trim at the bottom, I think. Okay. Very good. Come back and trim that off. Alrighty. And I'll have to get the crocheted trim. Okay, let's do this side. And I put the circles on the top. So on this piece, we'll bring the circles down to the bottom. And again, we'll have to bring another piece of crochet trim in. It's not a problem. Or something. Another piece of paper or whatever we choose. I was really pleased when they said that they were going to do another collaboration this month because I really enjoyed the last month, February's. I really liked creating this bag. And I was like, oh, now I have to decorate it. So it's really, really pleasing that I get to do it with you guys. Looks pretty good. All right. And then we'll skip that. We don't need to decorate this bag. It's already decorated. And the other side of this pocket. So I don't have much left. So let's use a bit of this. And I will just trim off the excess. It's going to be too long at the top and the bottom, but I'm just going to put it down and trim away the overhang. Okay. Kind of awkward with all these pages flapping on me. All right. Let's see what else I've got here. That's not quite long enough, but we're going to do some patchwork here to finish this little bit off. We're going to use the pieces that we've got, because I don't want to bring in too many different patterns. Like I said, I want to try my best to kind of get a nice flow through this journal. And if I bring in too many different patterns, I think it's going to look a little wonky to me. Especially with using these jelly prints, you know, they're busy all in itself. So that's my thought. Okay. And I don't want that straight edge, so I'm going to just tear that. Come up to about there. I'm right-handed, so I gotta turn it this way, guys. Okay. Then we still got this piece. I could just cut the bag down. There's no reason I can't. Not all the pages have to be the same. Yeah, I like that. Not a bad idea. Okay, let's do the other side. And what do I have left? Not much. This is trash pieces. Let me move those out of the way. See what we've got left we could work with here. All right, let's bring in some of this pink. And let's start with this one. Okay. And let's see, got a little green piece, another pink piece, we've got some more book page. So let's run the book page in there somewhere, right across the middle. Okay, and that's the same, so let's bring in a different pattern here. Let's bring in some of this right here. And I would normally put some ink on the edges of the torn edges, but with so much going on with these jelly prints, I'm not going to do that. I think they're busy and have enough going on its own. It doesn't need any inking. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, we got a piece of this. We could bring in some of this. Let's see. And this is just going to be a collaged piece put together here, page here, because we're just going to use up these scraps. Okay, and what else do we got? Not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, I didn't use any of the tissue paper, did I? Well, we'll have to save that and use that when it comes time to doing the pockets, I guess. Make sure all these corners are down well. Alright, well that's a busy page, but I think it looks nice. I kind of feel like it needs a little more tone down some of that green. So I'm just going to bring in a little scrap piece to the corner there and see if that kind of helps balance it out. Kind of does. Okay, and we need a thumb notch on this one. Okay, and oh, stuck a little on me. Alrighty, and then these are just splattered pages, so I'm going to leave those blank. So let's see. Maybe I can bring in, I'm just going to tear off a piece of both. Let's just try something here. I've got my Mod Podge ready. Until I have, oops, I haven't used this in a while. It's all caked up here. I got a little bit of water. Oh, I don't know what's on that brush. Rinse that off a little bit. I'm going to use right here what's on my desk. piece back on the back side there. And I'm going to just scrunch this up. It's like a yellow of some sort. But I think when it dries, hopefully it won't show up too much. I'm just trying to move quickly, guys, so kind of briskly, just get this down. Not really thinking about it too much, just, it says use tissue paper, so we're going to use a little tissue paper. Okay, try and get that before it sticks. All right, and when that dries, I will just slowly and easily tear that right off or cut it off. Get all those ends down. We want it somewhat flat. I don't mind a little bit of the texture, but we don't want it too bulky. Might have to put a pocket or something on this page. And I am just going for it. This is a junk journal, guys. Got a piece there. Just kind of scrunch it. I'm glad this is the last page because this is going to take some time for this to dry. Doesn't look like much now, guys, but by the time we get our pockets and get our clusters or whatever we're going to do and get it decorated, I'm sure it's going to come together. All right, well, I used some tissue paper. I can say I did it. And I know I'm putting this on kind of heavy, but I just want to make sure everything is on and it's going to stay in place. Okay, that's it. I'm stopping there. I'll grab a piece of paper here and put behind here. All right, so that's my tissue paper. I used gel print acrylic paint pages on both sides of here, more on this side, and I'm going to bring in some washi tape or something to finish those little edges off. More jelly print with acrylic there and on that side. I can't close this. We gotta let that dry. So I will pull this baby out next week, guys, and we'll see what we've got for next week. All right, thank you for staying tuned. I appreciate your support and you watching, and this was fun. So I'll see you on the next video. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.